Hey, this is June 5th, 2025. I'm here at the home of Kevin and Brooke McCaffrey in the city of Tustin. So I'm going to stand back, Alex, in the family room looking back into the kitchen. So we've actually done a house, same exact floor plan as this, and they'll share the photos with you. But we removed all of these walls. And then, they want to have like a big island with seating, at least 4 people seating at the island. They also would like to have the microwave/convection oven in the island. They want to extend cabinets all the way to this wall in the dining room. And down in this area, Alex, they want to have like a coffee station, beverage fridge in that area. They also want to remove the soffit. The soffit's at 96 inches. The rest of the ceiling in the kitchen, the dining room, family room, all the other spaces were at 108 inches. So we want to bring the cabinets up to 108 inches. No glass doors in any of the uppers. They want to have that extra storage. Right now, they're not leaning toward putting in windows, for extra light. There's no view. It's just like a walkway. The other house did windows, but they're not sure they want to do that. So just FYI. And then as far as style, transitional in style, looking for white painted cabinets. On the countertop, they're really open to suggestions. They don't want to spend a ton for the countertop, so possibly a quartz countertop. Whatever they pick for the countertop, they want to do the same backsplash as the countertop. The only appliance that they're going to keep is this 36-inch wide by 36-inch deep fridge. But they want it to look more built in, so this is a relatively new fridge. So they'd like the cabinets to be built out more. Possibly, if this wall stays, maybe like to build that out a little bit more too, so that the fridge can look more built in. Of course, that will make the pantry deeper. They'd like to have a Lazy Susan in the corner. And then the island, of course, will have the microwave/convection oven. So right now, I didn't draw this island in because it's just kind of one that was bought and put in place. There's no electricity to it. So that's going to go away. And then we have to run electricity. We are on a slab foundation. On the rest of the appliances, right now they have a 30-inch separate oven, 30-inch cooktop with a 30-inch microwave above. There is already a vent to the outside. Okay, so what they want to do is go to a 36-inch range. It can stay gas. They have gas now. And then a 36-inch hood. So we already have the vent there. They'll buy a new 24-inch dishwasher. They do want to have a farm-style sink, single bowl porcelain, white porcelain. And then they'll buy the 24-inch beverage fridge. Okay, and then of course the microwave/convection oven. That will be served as their second oven/microwave, and that will go on the island. Okay, so this is the space again. I'm going to stand with my back in the den. So the dining room. Now the dining room table, just FYI, they're going to buy a smaller table, probably a round table. So I put that in, but don't worry about the table. That will change. No work in the family room there, but they do want to include the staircase. So they have the home that we did. They changed out the staircase. So these railings went away. They changed the top rail to like just kind of a flat wood rail with metal spindles. Just here and here. In the flooring, which they do want to change the floor throughout the downstairs, plus the staircase. I have that square footage measured, and the square footage includes the staircase. And they're open to ideas. We are on a slab foundation. They're thinking that probably not wood. They have a child, and they probably want to have you educate them on maybe luxury vinyl planking, or maybe a laminate or waterproof laminate or something along those lines. And then they also would like to include the powder room. So in the powder room, just vanity, countertop, sink, faucet, some LED can lights, change out the fan, save the toilet, and the floor is going to be part of the downstairs. And then this is the front door. So just to kind of give you a bearing, this is the dining room. The windows are in my drawings. This is the front door in my drawing. This is the den. So in the den, there is this cabinet here. So they want to get rid of that and then build cabinets here. So they'll go over what they're looking for in that area. Ceiling height here is 108 inches. From that corner to where it kind of starts to protrude out, that's about 67 inches. Ceiling height 108 inches. Maybe the cabinet could be like 24 inches deep or whatever. And then they're going to get rid of the desk and nothing else being built in this room. Okay, so I think that should be everything. I think we've got it all. Okay. Okay, sounds good. Thank you.